5, 4, 3, 2.
Crank it, Jerry.
Welcome to Into the Wild, the official podcast of the Washington Wild Pigs.
What do you hear? What do you say?
It's the best sports podcast in the world. Wait, is that true?
If you're committed enough, you can make any story. I once convinced a woman that I was Kevin Costner, and it worked because I believed it.
Now, here's your host, Kyle Dawson.
Did you get the popcorn?
Back on our post-game show to put a bow on this one for you on the Wild Things Baseball Network and the Frontier League Network powered by Home Team Network. A historic day here in Washington as Andrew Czech becomes the new franchise home run record holder with a 2-home run effort. First, his 64th home run, a go-ahead solo shot in the third inning, and in the fourth inning, a grand slam, his 65th of his professional career. We'll talk about it more in a moment. In the top of the second, the Ottawa Titans got the scoring going with one out. A double by Jonas Sebring would put a runner on second base for the Titans. Lamar Briggs would fly to right field for the second out of the inning. The next batter, the catcher, Victor Cherney, hit a 2-run homer, his first professional home run over the right field wall. And for Cherney, that made it 2-0 in favor of Ottawa. On the play, Jeff LaCorey banged into the outfield wall trying to rob the home run, and LaCorey left the game after finishing that inning defensively. We'll have to check on his status, but the way that he was taken out tells me that it may have just been precautionary, and LaCorey maybe would be available tomorrow in Florence, depending on how he feels later today and into the morning. The Wild Things are down to 11 position players right now, so could certainly use LaCorey being okay as the team gets ready to head out on a week-long road trip. The Wild Things would respond with 2 runs in the bottom of the second inning. A leadoff single by Wagner Legrand, a strikeout of Ethan Wilder, a single by Infante, and then those two, Legrand and Infante, would execute a double steal, and Brett Roberts would bring home the game's first run as Roberts singled home Lagrange and made it a 2-1 game led by Ottawa at the time. First pitch to Roberts, lined out to center field. That's down in front of the center fielder Sebring for Roberts' first Wild Things hit. Lagrange comes across and the lead is cut in half. Later in the inning, after Caleb McNeely was intentionally walked to get to the new hitter and turned out to be the new center fielder Robert Chayka, Chayka was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded on a 2-0 count, and that brought home the game's tying run, evened things, and made us start a new ball game essentially in the top of the third inning. It was 2-2 after that. Wild Thing, 2-0. In on the elbow, and it got him. Well, that's the negative side about putting a guy on base intentionally, is if you hit the next guy, if you load the bases, it brings in a run, and now we're tied at 2 apiece. In the bottom of the third, that is when Andrew Czech would step to the plate for the Wild Things and deliver a go-ahead solo homer on a 2-0 pitch in the third. His 64th professional home run, and in a Wild Things uniform. His entire career has been here. And surpassed and broke the tie with Hector Roa from 2017 to 2022. In the Wild Things uniform, hit 63 home runs. Czech's 64th and second of the season made it 3-2 Washington in the third. Czech waits the wind. Here's the pitch from Taylor Wright, and it's in the air to right center field. Center fielder Sebring ranging back, going still back. It is gone! Andrew Czech, absolutely! And the Wild Things first baseman is officially the Wild Things home run king. A long ball to right center field. After a strikeout of Wagner Legrand, Ethan Wilder would single, followed by a Sammy Infante single. Brett Roberts would then single home another run, plating Ethan Wilder and sending Infante to third, but Roberts would be thrown out trying to stretch it into a double at second. The RBI single, though, made it 4-2 Wild Things. Now a bouncing ball through the left side for a base hit. Brett Roberts 2 for 2 and brings in Ethan Wilder to make it a 4-2 Washington lead. Ottawa would score a run in the top of the fourth inning on a balk that came in off Albert Cuello Batista. The run was charged to Zach Kirby, who had his shortest start of his career today. 3 innings, 5 hits, and no decision. 3 runs all earned, 2 strikeouts, and 3 walks for Kirby in the outing. Albert Cuello Batista would settle the storm a little bit and throw 3 scoreless innings with a pair of strikeouts, 3 walks, and a hit batter. The Wild Things would respond to that run scoring on the balk in the bottom of the fourth inning. The first 3 batters faced Hunter Treese and all walked. Caleb McNeely, Robert Chayka, and Tyreek Reed. The next hitter, Andrew Czech, launched a grand slam on the first pitch he saw. The first pitch that Zach Cameron threw in this baseball game. Czech's long ball, his second of the game, his third of the season, is a home run for him to make it 65 in the career. And the grand slam, Washington's first grand slam of the year, made it an 8-3 Washington lead. New pitcher for the Ottawa Titans as Andrew Czech steps back to the plate. The bases are juiced for Washington here in the bottom of the fourth inning with nobody out on 3 straight walks, and Czech hits it well in the air to right field. Briggs is back, still going back, reaching up. This is gone. Sets the home run record, and on his very next swing has a grand slam for home run number 65. Ottawa would grab 3 on the 3-run homer in the top of the 8th inning. In that 8th, it was Lamar Briggs that hit the 3-run homer. That made it 8-6, and then Washington grabbed 2 in the bottom of the 8th inning. RBI double by Sammy Infante and an RBI ground out by Brett Roberts got us to our final of 10-6 tonight. And now Infante shoots it up the left field line. It'll one-hop the wall. Extra bases for Infante. Check around to score. Lagrange pulls into third and Infante into second with an RBI double. Vast majority of the crowd that is going to be over 2,500 today has gone back to school. The 1-2 from McCaskey to Zadunik is swung on and missed. And what's left gets to celebrate a Wild Things sweep. Strikeout ends the ball game. The final line totals for the Wild Things, it is 10 runs on 15 hits. Washington made 1 error. It was charged to Caleb McNeely. And the Wild Things left 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11 on base in this game, which, again, is no big deal when you have 15 hits and 10 runs and you win the game. Normally, that may be a little bit of an eye-opener. Ottawa 6 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and the Titans leave 9 aboard today in this contest and fall to the Wild Things for the 3rd straight day and in their 3rd straight game overall after taking 2 from down east this past weekend. The Wild Things sweep the series and advance to 4-2. Ottawa falls to 2-3 on the season. Time of the game today was 3 hours and 13 minutes, and it was played in front of an announced attendance tonight of 2,580 on Grand Slam School Day in Washington at EQT Park. The winning pitcher is Albert Cuello Batista. He goes to 1-0, and that is his first win as a Wild Thing. The loser is Taylor Wright. He is 0-1, and there is no save in this game as we wrap things up and get ready to head to Florence. We will let you go and have a great rest of your Thursday, and we'll chat with you tomorrow from Florence, Kentucky. First pitch 7:03 against the Florence Yalls from Northern Kentucky. A week on the road for the Wild Things after the 3-game sweep at home is their 4th straight victory today by a final of 10-6 over the Ottawa Titans. Kyle Dawson for all of us here at EQT Park saying so long. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening, and we'll chat with you on the flip side from Northern Kentucky.